Now, who is in the spotlight tonight? I said, who is in the spotlight tonight? Tamar Braxton is in the spotlight tonight. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Yes, she is. Now, before we get into this video, I'm going to need you to do something. I want you to go on YouTube. I know you're already on YouTube. So before you watch the rest of this video and to better understand this video, you need to go to this video. Now, I know you're on YouTube, so what I want you to do is type in Medea, Bernice Jenkins, Niecy Nash, star in the pew. If you don't know how to spell pew, it's spelled P-E-W. Now go type this in, Medea, Bernice Jenkins, Niecy Nash, star in the pew. Okay, and that video is about 10 minutes long. You'll see it up there. Now, go watch that video, then come back to this video, and then we gonna get into the scoop. So I want all my little Disney fairies to go on this video that I just gave you, go watch it, and then come back to this video and listen to the rest. So that way you can better understand what I'm talking about. Due to copyright issues, I can't place the video on here. All right, I'll see y'all Disney fairies in a minute. Go ahead and go look at the video and come back to and listen to the rest of this one. Twinkles. Now we're going to jump right into it because that's how we do it. Over this way, that's right. That's how we do it. Now y'all just got done watching a clip. Now I want y'all to know I had got word that clip was made before the reel even came out. It was still called The View before Tamar Braxton and the setup was even created, honey. They know exactly what they was doing. So they changed it from The View and called it The Pew. But as we was watching, and if you watch very closely, Niecy Nash, was supposed to be portraying Tamar Braxton. Medea was supposed to be Lonnie. The Asian girl, I guess she was supposed to be playing the Asian girl. And Ricky Smiley was on there just for, a little laughter, a little humor. Hunty, as we begin to look at this setup here. Now, if you notice the shade, Medea was coming for Niecy Nash. So, in other words, Lonnie was coming for Tamar Braxton. And they was talking about Tamar. And if you notice, she said, got 1 foot in a church and 1 foot on a dance floor. They talking about Tamar Braxton. And then also they was shading her again when they said she's a ho ho ho. She's a ho ho ho. They shaded her. Throwing shade. Now the setup just got real. They knew exactly what they was trying to do with her. Something is going on behind the scenes that we just not seeing and that we don't know. Because how in the fuck y'all gonna come out with a show? And on the show, y'all shading the bitch who just got fired now. And when I say bitch, I don't mean, I mean no harm. I'm just saying, now that's some shit. And now all of a sudden, Tamar Braxton kicked off the show and everything. And then on this little clip, they basically shading her and shit, trying to call her a bitch, trying to call her a hoe, basically trying to call her a hoe, I should say. And then telling her, bitch, you got 1 foot in the church, then you got 1 foot in a motherfucking on the dance floor. And then if you peep something else, they called her the first lady. Medea called her the first lady. First lady meaning, I'm about to break this down. The show would not be shit without Tamar Braxton on it. And we know that. Tamar Braxton was known and will go down as being known as the first lady of the real. Okay, so they fired the first lady. Without Tamar Braxton, the show ain't shit. Honey, shit, what you call it, The View, The Real, whatever. I know I won't be viewing no motherfucking more since my bitch ain't on there. Oh, hell no, she can't do that. So what's going on is it's something that we just don't, it's some underlying and shit that we don't know about behind the scenes. Now I'm gonna say this. You're not about to want fame and fortune and get fame and fortune and think that you're not gonna give nothing. It don't happen like that when you dealing with Hollywood. Now everybody watching should know about the blood sacrifices and everything of that nature. Everybody should know about that already. Okay? So I don't have to get into that. I don't have to get into that. And if you don't know, then go do some research. Over here, we have done plenty of research. Okay? And in this situation right here is just very fishy. It was a setup. It had to be. Because how you gonna make a video show and basically call it something else, but the characters just fit everybody so motherfucking perfect. Okay? And I got to say it. Honey, when we watched that Niecy Nash, that bitch, honey, she played Tamar to the T.com, honey. Yes, she did. She played her to the T. And I mean, but just to see what's going on now, it just make us think like, okay, something is finna happen. Something finna happen. And I know everybody be like, oh, well, everybody always thinks stuff is sacrifice. Well, when you dealing with that world and those type of people, you got to understand, you dealing with devils in a red dress. Honey, coming to kill, steal, and motherfucking destroy. So if you play with fire, then one day you will get motherfucking sizzled, burnt. Okay? And as I was saying, she wanted the limelight so motherfucking bad. And I mean, she got it. All the Braxton sisters, they got it. They're on a reality show where millions, including myself, millions of people view. Millions of people love them, you know, and they watch them, follow them. They got stalkers, every damn thing. So with Tamar, she was just a little more out there than the rest of the sisters. A little more, you know what I'm saying. And the thing about it is, what we don't know is these people behind the scenes is setting some shit up. And as we was talking, we said somebody in the Braxton family is about to be sacrificed. You don't get all that fame. You don't get all that fortune without a sacrifice. Honey, my mama always told me, if it sound too motherfucking good to be true, then 9 times out of 10, it is. It is. She ain't tell me that. I wish she did, though. But anyhow, you know, and if we keep our eyes open and we keep continuing to watch, I believe, and we believe over here, that somebody is about to get sacrificed. Somebody's about to get sacrificed. And we bring these things because we look deep into the situation. We really do our homework over here. You know what I'm saying? We really do. And when it's time for the test, honey, we come to Ace. And when we sat down and we were talking about things, me and the crew, honey, what came out was a couple of names. And those names was Mama B, Mama Braxton, honey, and Vince. Those was the 2 names. And everybody like, oh, well, she just older. Maybe it's her time, you know, to go. Let me tell you something. When you go in and out of these hospitals, and I know we got to go to the hospital and go to the doctor to be checked. But honey, we have to be careful. And we need a on-call doctor sometime. When you living in that world, should I have me an on-call doctor with nobody know but me and him or me and her? And I have to know and trust, you know what I'm saying, that these motherfuckers ain't coming to fuck me up or whatever, whatnot. We believe also, but I brought something out, and I really believe that when Mama B was in the hospital, because You're not in the hospital 24/7, with people, and you don't know what's going on. And we were talking about this. We really believe when she was in the hospital, honey, they mama, that, a chip was inserted in her. Nowadays they putting chips in people and doing things like that. And they can do it when you're not aware. And guess what? When they fuck with your chip or do something to your chip or however that shit work, if they want to take you out, they do something to your chip and you out of here. If they want to fuck with you a little bit, they do something to your chip and you got a stroke. Simple as that. When you living in that world, you have to be careful who's touching and placing and cutting on you. And I can keep going, but I'm gonna have to go to part 2. And keep listening. Keep listening. Part 2 is coming next. Part 2 is coming. So we got some more to talk about, but I'm gonna stop it right here. Because in part 2, we're gonna definitely get deep with this. Thank you for listening.